Hello friends, thank you so much for being here. Today's video, I'm coming to you with most of my makeup done just to save a little bit of time. Today is very exciting because we have the I Need a Nude palette from Natasha Denona that I'm going to be putting on my eyes. I have never tried anything from Natasha Denona before, so this is going to be super exciting. I've been testing out this palette this week. I also have some things from the brand Kaleidos. They're an indie brand. So I have these lip glosses from their new Alma Viva collection, and I have this little quad from a previous collection that I have not tried yet. I've got some eyebrow gels that I want to show you guys, and this e.l.f. mascara I haven't tried out yet. So lots of newness. We're going to go ahead and put this look together. So if you want to see how all these products look on the face, then let's go. Starting off with eyes with the I Need a Nude palette. This is the most expensive eyeshadow palette I've ever bought, and I did pay full price for this. This is $69, I believe. It's one of her midi-size palettes, and it's very neutral, almost leaning cool. I am not going to swatch every single shade. I'm going to swatch some of my favorites, but if you want a very in-depth solo review just on the I Need a Nude palette, I highly recommend Lauren May's video on this palette. She goes in depth with all of the swatches and she does comparisons. And as always, if you're wondering anything that's already on my face that I'm not going to be talking about, everything I always use is listed in the description box down below. We have some really cool textures. This middle shade right here, this sparkly one, is my absolute favorite. It's stunning. We have some more like sheer toppery shades. This is more of like a true liquidy, very shiny kind of metallic. And the mattes are very buildable. They're not too pigmented, so pretty easy to use. So these are some of my favorite shades in the palette, starting off with that middle one that I was pointing to. This one is called Muse. This one is called Mia. This one is called Ella. This one is Filigree. So some of the mattes, so this like deeper rosy brown shade, this one is Vague, and then this lighter kind of peachy coral, this one is Wit. So I swatched some of the mattes. These are like the grayer cool tone match that basically end up looking the same on my skin tone at least. This top one is Stone. This middle one is called Mesh. These two basically look the same on my eyes. And then this bottom one is called Tender. The mattes are very soft. They blend out easily. I guess I was just wanting a little bit more pigmentation because they are extremely buildable. That could be a good or bad thing, just depending on your preference. For my preference, at least my expectation, I was expecting more pigmentation off the bat. It's not really a deal breaker for me. It just takes a little bit more time than I was expecting. I just do wish there was like a neutral brown, something other than this deepest shade right here, to create a little bit more of a different look. Because what I've found is that with the mattes that are provided in here, you kind of get the same look with the mattes and then you change it up with the shimmers. That matte on the bottom is Tender, and I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. Ooh, but first, satisfying. I'm gonna take this smaller smudge brush. This is from Sonia Kashuk, going in with that same Tender shade, and I'm going to do a halo eye. So I'm gonna place that right in the inner corner. Now going in with Mesh on this fluffy e.l.f. eye blender brush. I'm going to go right in the crease and just lightly connect these two. So as you can see with that Mesh color, it's a very light transition. I don't think that this palette is the most like deep tan girl friendly because, like I said before, if some of these like grayer mattes kind of blend out to be the same on me, then I just can't really imagine them working too well for someone any deeper than me. To add some warmth, I'm gonna go into that Vague shade on the same blender brush and go right over top that previous transition shade I will say these mattes blend seamlessly together. This would be good for beginners. I haven't tried this shimmer. This one is called Travertine. I swatched it right here. It's not as foily as like some of the other shimmers. It's more of a satin, like taupey color, straight on my finger. That is beautiful. Very, very soft. I'm gonna add some of that filigree, this color, on the outer corner. I love that color. This is the shade Delila, and I haven't worn this one, so I'm gonna put that kind of on top of that Travertine, but more so in the inner corner, just to see what this one is like. I like this Delila shade more than Travertine, just because it adds like more of that sparkly topper kind of look. I'm just gonna put that over Travertine. And then I'm going to reintroduce that tender shade, that matte that we first started with, on the inner and outer, because we lost some of that depth. And while we're at it, because I'm just trying to use as many shades as possible, I'm gonna take this deepest color in the palette. It's called Silhouette. On that same smudge brush, I'm just taking a little bit and I'm gonna tap in the same places on the inner and outer corners. So I've got both eyes on. This is what we're working with. I really, really like this Delila shade. There's that Delila shade. I'm going to highlight my inner corner, and I'm gonna take this shade called Sheen. Again, this is a personal preference thing. This is also like my least favorite shade in the palette. There it is right there. It's very subtle. The name is correct, so at least they named it what it is. It's a sheen. It's extremely transparent. This would be really perfect if you just threw like a very natural kind of brown in the crease and just dusted this all over the lid. It would be pretty. So I'm gonna attempt to put this in the inner corner. Maybe if I wet my brush. Okay, yeah, definitely got more shine and pigmentation overall. This is a Real Techniques smudge brush. First, I'm gonna go in with that light mesh color, the matte. I'm gonna add some of Vague, which is that rosy matte shade. I'm taking a more precise brush. This is an e.l.f. flat eyeliner brush. Going into Tender, that's that first matte we started with on the upper. And I'm just gonna place my brush as close to my waterline as possible, and I'm just gonna wiggle. And with that same flat brush, I'm gonna go into that darkest matte, the darkest color in the palette, Silhouette, right here in the inner corner, and then just on the outer corner, but I'm gonna leave right in the center bare. And I'm gonna take this little eyeliner brush, I don't know the brand, and I'm going to spritz it with my setting spray. I'm gonna go into that sparkly Delila shade, and I'm gonna put that right in the center. With that same wet eyeliner brush, I did add a little bit of that Muse shade, right where we added that Delila shade, wet. Just add a little bit more shine. I'm gonna turn down my lights, and maybe you guys can see a little bit better some of the fallout that we've got going on, and those are from those more sparkly topper shades, Delila and Muse. Those are from those ones. Onto mascara. I'm not gonna wear falsies today because I really want to show what this e.l.f. Lash and Roll, and I got the shade Pitch Black. Got that classic banana curve wand. I will go ahead and just do one coat. With one coat of mascara. I went ahead and did a second coat of that mascara. Still no mascara on this eye, but I did the second coat on this eye. So I've worn this mascara a couple of times, but only on the top lashes. Things I like about this mascara, straight out of the tube, like brand new. It's not too wet and not too dry. It's that perfect kind of consistency. This kind of wand does curl my lashes a little bit. I didn't curl my lashes at all before, and it does hold the curl for a couple of hours. If I'm gonna wear my makeup for like 8 to 10 hours, my lashes will fall. So I still have to try it out with curled lashes and see what kind of difference that makes. But on the top lashes, had no flaking, smudging, none of that. The real test for this mascara is if it's going to smudge or do anything weird on the lower lashes. And with my lower lashes, I always take a spoolie and I'll just go underneath just to get any excess. First impression of the lower lashes, it's very quick to apply and super easy. This wand is small enough. I do have small eyes, so it works great for really getting in there. So far so good. We'll see throughout the rest of the video what happens, but this mascara is giving pretty separated with some volume. It doesn't really give so much length, and honestly I prefer a more fluffy, feathery kind of effect with my eyelashes. Like if I use the IT Cosmetics Lash Blowout, it would give me more of that effect, or the Rare Beauty mascara. This is more of like a clean, separated kind of look, which is fine. It's just not my personal preference. It's not my favorite kind of look for my lashes, but for a $6 mascara, I'm impressed so far. On to eyebrows. I've been trying out 2 eyebrow gel formulas. This first one is the Colourpop brow gel. I've already tried this, and if you didn't know already, this is my favorite drugstore brow gel. It's the best one I've tried, but I have not tried the clear version, and I wanted to see the clear version was just as good as the tinted version, which I already love. And then I haven't tried anything from this brand yet. This is called Live Tinted. I got both of these at Ulta, and both of these are also available on the Flip app. This is their Huebrow Clear Setting Brow Gel. I really like the wand on this because one side has shorter bristles, and then on the top is longer bristles, and then if you turn it, it's pretty flat. My favorite part about the Live Tinted one is the applicator. So if I turn it flat, I can apply a coat of the brow gel, and then I can turn it to either the long side or the shorter side to comb my hairs. So with the Colourpop one, it's a very small little bristle at the tip, and it looks white when it first comes out. When I saw that, I was like, oh no, like this is gonna be like the Patrick Ta laminating brow gel that literally made my brows look like they had dandruff, that had white all over them. But it's not. It does not dry white or gray or anything like that. This one, I will say, is more like my favorite brow gel of all time, the Kosas Airbrow. This one is going to give you more of that textured, fluffy kind of brow look. I can't say that I have a favorite out of the two because they do 2 different things. The Live Tinted one is going to give you more of that laminated kind of brow look. It's not too wet. This feels like a traditional gel. Meanwhile, with the Colourpop, this one is more of that textured kind of look, that fluffy, feathery kind of look to your brows. Even with the clear one, I feel like it does add some texture that gives the illusion of more thickness and fluff in your brows. And this one feels more like a creamy kind of formula. I would say out of the 2, the Live Tinted one has a better hold. Neither of them feels stiff though. And to end off our video, I have some new products from Kaleidos. This little quad is not new. It is new to me. This is their cold brew quad, and since I already have eyeshadow on, I'm going to be using this in another video or maybe like a short form content, but I do want to swatch these for you. So it comes with these 3 mattes and then what looks like a very shimmery topper shade. This is my first time touching these on camera, and oh my gosh, they literally feel like butter. Like, I don't know if I've ever touched a softer matte formula. Wow, that swatches beautifully. But these are brand new from their newest collection, the Alma Vita collection. These 2 Untamed Glow Glossy Lip Glazes, and I have Hot Pursuit, which looks like a rosy smoky shade, and then this one in Free Fall is like a black glittery shade. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I don't smell anything. So this is that rosy color in Hot Pursuit, and then this is that really cool black glittery shade in Free Fall. It's a traditional doe foot applicator. It's just kind of curved a little bit. That's beautiful. Wow. Okay, so it feels kind of like a lip oil slash like a very thin gloss. It's not thick or sticky whatsoever. It has like some slip to it. It feels very plushy and soft. Like it could be pretty hydrating like over time. It's not sheer, but it's not a fully pigmented gloss. Oh my God. No, shut up. I know this is my first time trying these and putting them on my face, but these are absolutely a win because it has all those different colored glitters in there. It looks so sparkly, so juicy and shiny. And even though it has that glitter, cannot feel the glitter at all, like at all whatsoever. I really like that. Final thoughts on everything we tried today, starting off with the I Need a Nude palette. Do I think it's worth the money? Not necessarily. I think it would be absolutely worth the money if you can get this with a discount. The Sephora fall savings event is coming up soon, so if you're interested in this, I would definitely wait until then to get this palette because $69 is a lot of money. It's a really nice packaging. It's heavy, it feels nice, and the quality is pretty good overall. I would say I would rate this an 8 out of 10. The color story is not my favorite on my skin tone. I think this is definitely more suited for light to fair. My favorite thing about this are the different kind of shimmers and textures. The mattes, they're not the most breathtaking, amazing mattes I've ever tried, but they do the job and they work fine. It's a good quality. With the e.l.f. mascara, it has not smudged so far on the lower lash line, so I will leave a little comment or put in the description box how this wore because I'm interested to see like at the end of the day if I do have any smudging or flaking. Both of these eyebrow gels are a 10 out of 10 for me. It just kind of depends on what kind of look I'm going for that day, but both of them do the job. They're not stiff. They keep my brows in place. And yeah, easy to use, simple. These Glow Glossy Lip Glazes are so special. I believe these were like $16 and I think that's an insanely good price, especially because the packaging is kind of heavy, like it has a little bit extra to it. This isn't your classic kind of lip gloss tube. So for $16 for a really nice formula for these really unique shades, I've never tried a lip gloss that comes in these kinds of shades. So this is really special. 10 out of 10 approved from me. That is all I have for you guys today. If you liked this video, if you like reviews, get ready with me's tutorials, other makeup things, then like, comment, subscribe. You already know the drill. I am sending you guys so much love and light, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!